Hi there, welcome back to my channel Scrap and Coffee. My name is Ivanka and I have another project share for you today. So in the previous video we have been looking at this landscape album, which is part of my 2-for-1 mini albums volume 3. And 2-for-1 mini albums, what that means is that if you buy the tutorial for these mini albums, you get the instructions for both the portrait and the landscape album, which have the same design but are a little different. And it's volume 3, that means that I already have a volume 1 and a volume 2 available in my Etsy shop. And the fun thing is again about these albums is that you can mix and match between the different volumes. So if you have volume 1 and volume 3, you can use the cover of volume 1 and the pages of volume 3, or you can use pages of volume 1 and volume 3 in your album. You can create your own mixed up album out of the different volumes. So having more than one volume in your collection is also pretty fun. And the good news is that because I released this new volume, I have a discount on all 3 volumes in my Etsy shop for the first week after these videos come out. So if you're interested, there's a link down below in the description box towards my Etsy shop where you can find this tutorial. So right now we're gonna have a look at the portrait album. If you want to have a look at the landscape album, there's already a video for that on my channel and I will try to link it right here on top as well. Okay, the portrait album, for this one I've used a Stamperia collection called Our Way. Very fall themed collection, really pretty colors. It really reminded me of friendship, city trip. London, UK is highlighted in this paper collection. Yes, beautiful collection, as hopefully you will see with this album. What I've used is quite a lot. 2 12x12, 1 8x8. I still have 1 8x8 completely closed here. And I also had the collectibles, but I don't believe I've used any of it. And I also used these 49 Market metal index clips in antique brass. I felt they went really well with this collection, so I've placed them in the album, as you will see later on as well. So if you were wondering what these things are, this is what that is. Okay, where I try to keep the landscape album a little simpler, for the portrait one I did things a little different. Like the closure, I also mentioned that in the landscape project share, but it looks the same on the outside, but it works a little different. Where in the landscape album it's one piece that's just magnetized, this one is interlocking. So it's a little bit more complicated to construct, and if you look closely, mine is far from perfect. So if you don't feel up to doing this, you can do the other version, right? You can just go to the PDF file of the landscape one and you just make that version. So this is the back. I've wrapped the spines. I kept it really simple here. I've used some rub-ons here as well. But yeah, kept it pretty plain. So in this one, I did do what you can do with a gatefold, is place 2 pages on this spine and 1 page on that spine, which again complicates it a little bit because you have to construct your page slightly different, or you have to keep the orientation of your page in mind. For the inside panels, it's a little less usable, right? It's quite small, so I just place some nice pattern paper there, and you could do like a journal spot or something here if you want to. And then we're gonna go look at the pages, right? So you will recognize the design if you've watched the landscape already, because it's basically the same design, but it's in a different orientation. So some small photos in here, and I didn't use the white photo mats. I've used more like a cream color because I felt that worked better with this collection. And then we can open up this flap. So here are these metal clips. I did a photo opportunity here, and I've used some of the self-adhesive die cuts from Stamperia that I really enjoyed working with. Again, a full-size photo opportunity behind the acetate window there. And then on the inside of the page, photo opportunity here. So here I did place more photo mats instead of pattern paper, to save on some pattern paper, but also to show you different options, right, and how you can approach it. Again, photo mats here in the pocket that's keeping this flap in place, and now I have to turn it a little bit because my camera mount will be in the way. So here I did do a lot of photo opportunities already, and this album is way more bulked up, but I wanted to show you that you definitely have space to place lots of photo also on top of your pattern paper. So photo opportunity here, I didn't do the back to reduce that bulk, but I think you can even do it. So then a small journal or photo opportunity there, and then this time these flaps will go to the side. And what I did here is photo opportunity, and then I've made tuck spaces here in the middle. So I did it with the pattern paper. It's not as spacious as a regular pocket, but it's to prevent photos from falling down. You can definitely also stick photos down if you want to, but I thought it was fun to just be able to place stuff, photo sizes of your own choice in there. So we can close it. And now I've placed some embellishments on these things, which can make it a little harder to not so much get them back in. That is a little bit of a struggle by itself sometimes, but more for getting them out. So I don't know if that was the smartest decision for me to place those embellishments there, but they are there. So I just have to keep that in mind. Then on the back here, I did a small waterfall element for 3x4 photos. This is magnetized, so I kept that pretty simple. Just small photos and a little journal spot here underneath there. And then we go to the second page, with that one is on the other spine. So again, some small photos in here. We have that metal clip on there, tuck spot here for a small photo or something else, full-size photo behind the acetate window. And then on the inside, what I did here, I also did this on a spot in the landscape one, but I've just used strips of pattern paper, and I did a foam miter. So these are about 3/4 of an inch in width, maybe it's 7/8, I don't really remember, but around that width. And then you can place a full-size photo on top, and it just looks like this whole page is decorated. Photos here to keep the flap in place. So here I really have to watch out. See, it's kind of catching there. Oh, it's going behind my photo mat. There we go. See, this was not the smartest decision, but photos there. Again, I didn't do the back, right? And then we can open these to the side. Again, photo opportunity here and a tuck spot here with photos. And this is in Stamperia, you often have a page design with 6x6 elements, and this is one of those elements that I've used here on the page. So close that up, place that back, and then on the back of this one I did a belly band, and the belly band is quite spacious, so I've placed quite a few things behind it. This is also from the collection, nice double-sided, so I didn't back it with anything. I just like it the way it is. It's the same image that I've used on the front cover, only larger. And again, I've used some of the self-adhesive ephemera pieces or die cuts, what is it called, on the belly band there. So this is the spread right now. And then we have our last page. So again, some small things in the pocket here. We can open that, a tuck spot here for photos. Photo behind the acetate window. Photo opportunity here. Something in the pocket to keep it all in place. And again, I can take that out. So there is also photo opportunity here, but I didn't want to cover that image too much. So those are personal choices, right? And then again, I did some smaller photos here for journaling and or a smaller photo. And I tried to cut this one up where I tried to keep the images intact a little bit, but that was not so easy. And then I'm gonna I'll place that one back in a second. And then here we have the waterfall again on the back. So just for 3x4 photos and a little journal spot there. So there's quite some photo opportunity in these albums. And then a spacious stacked pocket again here in the back cover. So you see I've really placed quite a lot in there. So on this back cover only I have 4, 5, 6, 8 photo opportunities, because this is a small booklet. So only on this back cover you can place quite some photos. if you want to, right? Doesn't mean you have to. You can fill it up quite nicely. There is quite some space. So the booklet in there. And that is the album. So one of the downfalls of the gatefold and placing your pages on both spines for me personally is that it doesn't lay as flat as you would like to. And with closing the album, you always have to be a little bit more careful that things don't catch when you want to close your cover up. But here we go. And there is enough room in this album with all these photo mats in here. So yeah, I really enjoy this design. I hope you like it too. If you haven't seen the landscape one yet, I would definitely encourage you to go and have a look at that one as well. And then you can see how different albums can turn out by only choosing different paper collections. And if you're interested in purchasing the tutorial, there is a link down below in the description box towards my Etsy shop. And just a small reminder that there is a discount on them for the first week after the release of this video. So yeah, I hope you like it. Thank you for watching and hope to see you soon in a new video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.